I'm going to show you how to easily put a razor edge on a pocket knife with nothing but a whetstone. You don't need any expensive sharpening systems. You don't need any kind of thing to hold a blade angle right where you want it. All that's way too complicated. I'm going to show you just how our forefathers used to do it. And it's really simple. Anybody, kids, anybody can do this. Let me show you. All right, you can see here I'm starting out with a real dull knife. It won't cut me, it won't shave hair, and it won't even slice paper. Okay, I drew this little diagram right here, and this is the most important thing about this whole process. This is the knife blade, so this is the edge in the knife, and you can see right here, I kind of exaggerated this, but that's the burr. So the first thing we want to do is we want to start out with a knife with a real coarse grit whetstone, and we want to sharpen this edge right here really hard and put a burr right there all the way down. And when we can feel that burr with our thumbnail, then we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to sharpen a burr right here on this edge. So we want to do that with a coarse stone, and if we can get that process, that part of it done, this is going to be real simple. Okay, what I'm going to do right now, this is a coarse grit. You can use any kind of whetstone you want. Really, this thing has got three. It's got a coarse, a medium, and a fine. A coarse and a fine is all you need, but this is what I got right here. So the main thing is I'm going to use this coarse grit, and I'm going to put a burr, and I'm going to do it until I can feel it with my fingernail. So on this first step, you really want to push down hard. You want to put a lot of pressure on here. Ideally, you want to keep that blade angle about 15 to 25 degrees, but don't worry too much about that. Just do what feels natural to you. You know, people get way too caught up on what angle they hold the blade to the stone. That really is, I'm telling you, it's not that important. Just hold it, you know, what you think's about 20 degrees, and get yourself that burr on each edge. So I'm going to put a burr on this edge first. And I'm pushing down really hard. Just feel if we got it. You can take your fingernail and you can just feel, there's like a microscopic burr, and I can feel it right there. You just want to feel a catch. That's all we're looking at. Once we get that catch, we know we got that burr. Now, how hard you push down, you know, there's different grades of steel. Harder steel, you got to push down harder. Softer steel, you don't push as hard. But just this will work. But the main thing is when you're first starting out, you want to put a good bit of pressure on there. So now I'm going to do the other side. I got a burr right here. I want to get a burr on the other side. Okay, I hadn't got the burr yet. I do in parts of it. I got it on the tip, but I want it all the way down. So I'm going to keep working at it. Okay, we got us a good burr on this edge. You know, I've got 3 different grades of stone, 3 different grits, so I might as well use them. This is just a cheap, I don't know, I got this thing at Lowe's, but you know, you can use a cheap stone that's only got like 2 grits. This has got 3, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. This is a medium grit now, so I started out with a real rough, coarse grit. This is a medium grit. So I'm just going to do the same thing, but I'm not going to do as much pressure as I did last time. And I'm going to do 10 strokes. It was 10. I'm going to do 8 now. I'm going to do 6. Do 4. 3. 2. 1. Okay, we got the fine grit, so we might as well use that. The thing to remember, as you get finer, the less pressure you need. So this last stone, I'm going to use a whole lot less pressure than I've been using. But I'm going to do a lot of reps as far as how many swipes down the stone I do. So I'm going to start out with 20. Important to do the same amount of swipes for each side of the blade. Okay, I'm going to do 15 on each side. Let me just say this, you know, you really need to be holding this 15 to 25 degree angle, but I'm not worried about that at all. I just do what feels comfortable. You know, I kind of eyeball it and don't worry too much about getting the angle right. So I think I did 15. I'm going to do 10 this time on each side. Do 8 on each side. And there's no magic number. I'm just kind of doing what I want to do. But I mean, the main thing is when you get really fine, like this super fine stone, Arkansas stone here, you want to do higher reps. You want to do more reps than you would have low. So, you know, you can use real high, but I do this. The main thing is you do, as you're going smoother on the stone, you want to go lighter pressure and just really light. You know, as you finish up, you want to go lighter and lighter and lighter. You start out hard and you want to go higher. So I think I did 8, so we're going to do 6. Five. 4. 3. All I'm doing is about the weight of the blade. Very, very little pressure. 2. 1. Just the weight of the blade, nothing else. Do that a few times. Just the weight of the blade, no pressure at all. We're going to get this thing scalpel sharp. Now the important thing to remember is once this knife is really, really dull, and I started out with a coarse stone. If you're doing just maintenance on your blade, you don't need to do that burr trick I did at the very first. I mean, that's when your knife is really dull and you need to put a new edge on it. And normally you could just start out, heck, you could probably use the fine grit if you wanted to, but medium and then fine. But Let's see how sharp I got this thing. I think it's probably pretty dang sharp. Let's see if we did better on the paper than we did a while ago. Looks like it's doing real good on the paper. Let's see how well it shaves. I don't have much hair on my legs, but we'll shave a little hair off my legs and see. Right. You can see you could probably shave your face with that if you wanted to. So that was a dull knife. Now it's really, really sharp. That's an easy way to do it. You don't need any expensive stuff. Just do it. I showed you, and it ought to work good for you. You can see how easy that was. With a little practice, it'll be just that easy for you too.